Hi there Aries, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for April. This month begins with the Sun and Mercury in your sign. This can give you a real tingle of excitement. It gives you an opportunity to shape your destiny in a much more purposeful way. You're going to be able to strut your stuff if you give yourself the permission to do so. It's not all going to be plain sailing, however, but if you're very clear about new ideas you have and how you want to really take them forwards, Saturn on the other side of the heavens in week 1 is combining with the Sun to give you the drive and energy, but also the thoroughness to make sure that you do things properly. You do your research, you test the water, so the things you expand can be things that actually can endure. However, there is a clash also at the start of this month between the Sun and Pluto. And of course this sometimes happens. You get layers of different influences and it's up to me to weight the importance of these. Well, Pluto is the planet of power and it's been in your sector of work and how you interact with the world at large for some years, about 7 years. And this angle, this right angle, repeats one that you've been experiencing between Uranus and Pluto for about 4 years. So it's not all going to be plain sailing in terms of getting your own way or convincing people about what you want to do. You may still meet or encounter people who want you to approach things in a more orthodox way or the way they want you to do them. And that can lead to some battles of will, and you therefore have to have your ideas really well rehearsed and mapped out for these to be taken seriously by those people in the know. But also Venus, the planet of love and affection, is in a very psychological part of your scope as this month begins, and along with Neptune, the planet of dreams. Now, the complication with Neptune is that it is clashing with Mars, your ruler, for the whole of this month. This can just see at times you lose impetus, lose faith in yourself, exaggerate the anxieties of a situation, or it's possible that an issue of trust can really come up this month in quite a serious way. Someone, unfortunately, could let you down. When it comes to your own approach, it's absolutely vital that everything you do is straightforward and honest. Don't be tempted to take any shortcuts. However, by the 6th, Venus moves into your sign, which is going to revitalise you. And through to the 29th, you could dazzle very much so if you have the confidence to be different, to stand out from the crowd, to be more of a trendsetter rather than a dedicated follower of fashion. But Venus moving into this area also could be the signal for one particular relationship coming to a close. Perhaps you've just been really thinking very carefully about what you want from your love life. If there has been someone that you've been very close to but it hasn't really been working out, the move on the 6th of Venus into your sign can really push you to try to start again. Now Mercury on the same day moves into Taurus, and if you're wanting to see a little bit of evidence of all your hard work, that should help you to start to see things coming through. And then on the 7th there's a new moon in your sign. But this is a new moon that combines with Uranus. But the great thing is that that angle between Uranus and Pluto, which has dominated so much over the last 4 years, is now really pulling apart. It's still there, but the degrees, the orb, is really wider. So you're going to feel much more confident, I feel, about being the authentic you. And this new moon is asking you to have that confidence, to not worry what other people think about you, and to do the things that instinctively feel right. That could see you liberating yourself from a job, a relationship, an attitude, a way of life, which has finally grown out of real need and necessity for you. And this can help you to really refresh your whole existence in the most marvellous of ways. Now Venus then goes on to forge a gorgeous link with your ruler Mars between the 10th and the 14th. If you are wanting to meet somebody new this month, those days could be quite auspicious. Then Venus goes on to combine itself in week 3 with Uranus. And if a love relationship is basically stable but has become a little stale and predictable, you're going to be wanting some more action and excitement. And this could be a fantastic time for you to take the lead. But if you're single, it could see you having some really sparky encounters, and there may be more than one person who's absolutely, totally fascinated by you. And this can really engender a fantastic sense of excitement for sure. However, on the 20th, the Sun does move into Taurus. But there is also catch-up with Mercury moving on the 22nd. But then we have a full moon. And this full moon is really all about resources. It's about balancing things. If you've put a lot of energy into starting something up, you must make sure that it is being managed in a way which will give you a return. So you can't be too gung-ho in your approach. You're being asked to scrutinise what you've been doing earlier in the month. And as the month draws to a close, there is another opportunity to find out just how well you've been doing. Because on the 30th, Venus moves into Taurus too. But this can trigger an improvement in your financial situation, which could absolutely delight you as this month draws to a close. There's also going to be a really important link between Mercury and Jupiter in the middle of this month, which can also be very, very helpful to you when it comes to shaping your resources and perhaps having some more fortune when it comes to your work. But the angle between Mars and also Neptune cannot be underestimated. You may encounter someone who is totally disingenuous, who will tell you anything in order to get some kind of power over you. So the truth could be sacrificed on the altar of your reality. So if you are encountering someone new in business or in love, however exciting it feels, just ask yourself, what does your inner instinct tell you? How do you feel at a gut level? And keep a little bit of yourself back, because it will help to keep you safe. And I do feel that however much is bubbling away and however much you want to energize things, try to limit your energy onto the things that are really absolutely vital. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.